We're now able to trace at least some of the steps of the two hunters who disappeared a week ago while looking for elk in the San Juans in southern Colorado.
The bodies of Andrew Porter from North Carolina and Ian Stasko from Utah were found yesterday. 9 News Investigates Chris Vanderveen joins us. Chris, first of all, the coroner down there tells us no obvious signs of trauma.
Sam, that's true. So right now this remains a bit of a mystery in Conejos County. With the help of GPS data, we can now document where the two went last week. How everything seemed to be going fine until the mountain's first big taste of winter came roaring into the area.
Let's start here. The Rio de los Pinos trailhead sits about 5 miles or so north of the Colorado-New Mexico line and about a mile east of a section of the Continental Divide Trail. The terrain here is tricky and high, 10,000 feet and higher. This is where Andrew Porter and Ian Stasko parked their car, and this is where their Garmin InReach pinged for the first time on Sunday, September 7th. That's a satellite communication device used quite a bit by people who head into the backcountry. First ping, 9 p.m. The following day, they hiked north. Second ping, campsite. We know, thanks to GPS data, they remained here, 11,400 feet up on the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Thursday, September 11th, the weather shifted, and they headed back south. One ping here, the next back at the trailhead with their car. The following day, 1 week ago, the weather really turned nasty. 9 News senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi says a big storm came in around 4 p.m. Hail, 40 to 50 mile-an-hour winds. Temperatures dropped into the 30s. Snow followed. Overnight, the temps dipped into the 20s. No more pings from the Garmin. And so when the search began this week, search teams first met here, back at that trailhead. Dozens of people joined in. Teams knew the two hunters carried bows, knives, no guns, and were trained in handling the outdoors. Thursday, the search came to an end. The county coroner tells us there were no obvious signs of foul play. A pair of autopsies, now scheduled for Monday, should hopefully tell their families more.
Lots of possibilities still at play here. The pair did a lot of things right, notably checking in via their satellite comms every night. Those pings at least gave search teams some idea where they'd been. We also know the last time the pair ran into anyone else was a week ago today, the same day that weather turned very, very bad very, very quickly on the afternoon.
What a heartbreaking, and I know we've been following the story. And Chris, do you know, I know that they came with a lot of packs and a lot of gear. Did they have that with them when they were found?
They had a lot of gear with them. It seems it's not entirely clear what kind of gear and if they were prepared for snow. They both came from out of state. Certainly, as we all know, in Colorado, the weather can turn very quickly, but you don't necessarily expect it that quickly in September.
Yeah, and I'm sure we will learn more as this investigation continues. Chris Vanderveen, thank you.
You bet.